Make sure I've got my stuff here. I think we're live. Are we live? I'm not sure. I'll just double check on Facebook here.
Yes, as Price is live now.
Oh, we
I'm
are.
not-
Hey, good stuff. Hey guys, hope you're doing good. It's Liam Price here again in the Music School's Growth Formula Facebook group, and I am joined here today with Linda Franklin Biggs, who is a member of the SES program with us, and she's had some really awesome results, and we just want to jump on and talk about those and share her experience. So hey Linda, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. Yourself?
Glad to hear it. I'm doing good as well. And I'm looking forward to Christmas. So yeah, let's just jump into things. Because I don't know if many people know who you are or anything like that. So maybe you can just tell us like a little bit about like who you are and what you do and what was your school situation before.
Oh, sure. Well, my name is Linda Franklin Biggs, and I have a little bit different situation because I teach full-time in the public schools, and teaching piano lessons for me was kind of a sideline gig, outside of the public school. And during COVID, I completely shut down my studio. In 2020, my public school actually opened up when everyone was still doing remote. And I said, well, you know what, if our school can open up, so can I. And I was ready to open my piano studio, but nobody was ready to come back. Everyone was still in masks. They were still very concerned about COVID. And they wanted to continue piano lessons, but remotely, and I did not want to do remote. And so I ended up just shutting down my studio for almost 2 years. And I was ready in September. I'll actually be retiring in June from the public school, that is, and I'm looking to teach piano full time. And so starting from scratch has been the tricky part for me, which is, why I came across, your SES program and decided to join on.
Awesome. Okay, I was gonna ask that in the end. Like, was there anything specific? You could have gone with some other option, but what specifically made you kind of think, well, I'll go with Liam and the SES program in particular?
Well, I haven't had to advertise in like more than 20 something years. My studio has always been full. It's always been kind of word of mouth. But many years ago, we used to have a lot of thriving music stores, and now everything is all digital or online. A lot of the music stores have closed up, and that's where I used to get a lot of my leads, outside of my current students passing on my name. It would be through the music stores. And so, the world of teaching music has changed quite a bit. And I am not that savvy with this whole Facebook marketing and so forth. And so I had actually joined Mastermind group, and that's kind of what started my journey. And ultimately what led me to your mastermind group. And so I was really ready for what you had to offer. I knew I needed help in this area, and what you were offering was exactly what I needed. So I decided to give it a try. And so for me, I think we put our first ad in September. And so right now I have 9 students. My goal was to have 10 right now, but the leads were coming in so quickly, and too many of them. I got so many leads. Working full-time in a public school, I just couldn't keep up with them. And so many of them were just like falling by the wayside. And I just turned my ads off ultimately. I'm happy with 9 to start. I'm already starting to get inquiries from, the students I already have. They're passing my name on. So that's starting to happen. And my goal is in June, when I retire full time, from my full-time job, I'm looking to have 30 students
Yep.
in my piano studio. And I have no doubt that, I'll be able to do that. So I know that if I get as many leads as I got this time, at least, I'll be available to tend to those leads and,
Right.
respond to them and answer them. And because the ones that I was able to talk to, I was able to bring them into my studio. I did have some that were too young, but I will also be offering a preschool class once I retire. So I've already built up a customer base using those leads that came in. I just tagged them with preschool so I can go back to them and send them, hey, I'm starting this class now. So
Yes.
yeah.
Well, speaking of that, we have some reactivation strategies in the SAS program. For example, I don't know if you know, but Paul Sadler, he just did a reactivation campaign this week. He had not that many leads. He reactivated 16 people and turned 8 of them into demo classes, and that was just SMSs sent out. So it's not like not spending anything on ads. It was just like sending some text. so that's kind of cool. So once you've got those leads in your list, we can reactivate those, and I can help you with that, of course, when the time comes anyway, and get that kind of set up, in June, as you said, and hopefully just reactivate some of those people and get that the kindergarten kind of group class sorted pretty quickly. So that'd be cool. So okay, well, that is it's an awesome result. Nine students. You were aiming for 10. And obviously you had a bit of a balancing act with like, okay, I'm still working in the full-time kind of school at the moment, and you've got your plans to kind of retire and then build it out a bit. What would you say?
I did actually have several other students that came for a demo, wanted to sign on. I just didn't feel like it was a great match.
Well, that's great.
And I encouraged them to, let's wait till after the holidays. And, I'll think about it. It just wasn't for me a good match. They wanted to sign up. So,
I say that's great because, it puts you in a position of empowerment where you can say no to someone, it's not very often businesses can do that, where they have to actually turn down business, right? And so when you're in that position, you can pick and choose your the customers that you feel are going to best, right? And that's fantastic. So I got to ask.
That I have, I'm very happy with the clientele that I have. It's exactly what I was looking for. So I had marketed for beginner students in my area in person. And so I do have them coming to my studio, and they're high quality students. It's high quality students. So, I weeded out some of the ones that you can just kind of tell. And so the ones that I have, I think, will stay with me for a bit.
Perfect. Okay. Awesome. Well, I've got to ask, our personal working relationship, like, how have you got along with me, my team? Like, what's your experience there been? What would you, maybe a direct question, but how have you felt with that stuff?
Well, I've loved working with your team. You've always, been very super helpful. So, and as you know, I'm not very techie at all. And I had a difficult time going through some of those videos. And so I was so happy when you decided to do the Done For You program, because the Done For You program is perfect for people like me who are not like tech savvy and had a tricky time of like the tech end of it. So having it all done for me, and then just the leads just started coming in, that was just great. Clarissa has also been, very instrumental in answering questions and helping out as well. So the weekly meetings on Zoom, are great to hop on and not only ask my own questions, but being encouraged by seeing what others are, either doing or asking, or seeing what's happening in their studios as well. It's been great. Yeah.
Oh, that's really great to hear. Thanks as well for giving me that feedback, because it's quite a recent thing for anyone who's watching, where we used to do a completely coached process where we would say like, hey, you got to do this first and this next and so on and so on and step by step. Kind of realized that some people were sort of being left behind, and let's just say definitely being left behind. I don't really like that. I want to make sure that everyone's getting their results that they joined the program for. So we have sort of made it a done for you process in a lot of it, as much as we can possibly do as done for you. And for example, those reactivation campaigns that I talked to you about with Paul and his SMS reactivation campaigns, that was done for him. And we can I'm much happier with this model as well, because it means that even if someone is techie and like, I don't really necessarily like classifying people as techie or non-techie or something like that, but even if someone wants to dive fully into everything, I still think it's just going to be faster and easier if we ultimately get people kind of
up and running.
Yeah, up and running, and ultimately be more than just a coaching and safety net, but actually just get it up and running. So yes, I'm happy with that feedback, and I'm really excited by the progress, the faster progress that we're seeing people have with this kind of stuff. So with that said, then Linda, what would your recommendation be to any other music teachers or music school owners who may be thinking about joining the SES program? They may have heard about it, or might be on the fence or something like that.
Well, my recommendation is to definitely give it a try. I know that, COVID has affected a lot of businesses, and, people are struggling in their businesses. And, if you're looking to build up your clientele, then you should definitely try Liam Price Digital, the program, the SES program, because it works. It does work. And the thing that really excites me about it is, number one, knowing that it works and how it works, that if I were to move, I know that I can use this program to build up a client base wherever I am. And that's what's so exciting.
Yes, I like that too. Yeah, there's a lot of people who come in, they say like, I had a school, then I moved and I don't have any connections here. And it's like, well, doesn't matter. let's still just get you up and running. And yeah, it can be pretty fast because we're not relying on referrals or something. In fact, there is some referral stuff in the SES program. Don't know if you've seen that, but by the time you need it in June, we'll have that taken care of, so you can use that as well. But it's not the main focus, of course. It's like, that's cherry on the top, you can, and you said, well, you've got your 9 students and they're already referring other people, but we can actually speed that up as well. We can encourage that along as well when the time's right, when you need to expand that out a bit. But yeah, it's not the main thing. And people don't need to rely on these referrals. They can just basically instantly set up and get a new customer base within a few months. Awesome. Well, it was great to chat with you today, Linda, and it was amazing.
Likewise.
And I hope you have an awesome Christmas and New Year. And I'm looking forward to seeing what we do in June when you retire and get your studio even further along and with even more students. So yeah, I'll awesome. All right, I'll wrap things up here today. Great to chat, and I will wish you an awesome Christmas and catch you later, Linda.
Merry Christmas. Take care, Liam.
Cheers. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thanks so much. That was really awesome, Linda.